Hello everybody, just doing a video today just to show you what I've been up to over the last couple of months, just to take my mind off things. I've been cleaning up and playing around with the UK PAL Super Nintendo SNES, and I've just disabled the lockout chip, just doing the cheap and easy cowboy way of pulling out a pin on the chip, and I've now been able to play Japanese games without a converter. You just put them straight into the cartridge slot, and so all you've got to do is disable lockout chip, very similar to the NES lockout chip disable. However, it's a little bit more finicky and delicate on this. So now I actually used, I think it was a sewing pin or needle, tiny one, just to lift the pin off. Cut in quite a dodgy, brutal manner, but it did work, and I reassembled all the console together, and it now plays Japanese games. So I'm just going to show you a few games running: Street Fighter 2 Turbo, F-Zero, Final Fight, NBA Jam, Star Fox, ActRaiser. These are all Japanese Super Famicom games, and I'll be working on this UK PAL SNES. I've also got Super Fire Pro Wrestling X, which came out in 1995. Now this has quite an interesting effect, which I'll show you. We'll plug that in and see what happens in a minute. So let's start off with Street Fighter 2 Turbo. Pop it in, fire it up. Oh, there we go. So you get a gist of it running. So it works absolutely fine. This is actually running at 50 Hertz, and you've got to excuse me for just sitting on the remote control. Let's get back to the action. Yeah, it's running at 50 Hertz, PAL speed. But this is a Japanese game, so the sound seems exactly the same speed, but I'm told this is running slightly slower, but you can't really notice the difference that drastically. But you know, there you go. Let's just have a look at it in demo mode. So Street Fighter 2 experts might notice it's running a bit slower at 50 Hertz. You can obviously see the black borders as well. 60 Hertz NTSC is full screen. Again, this is a UK PAL SNES running a Japanese game. Okay. Right, let's see what else we can check out then. So there's Street Fighter 2. Let's get that off. Right, F-Zero. It's a launch title for the Super Famicom in Japan. Great game. Got a lot of good memories of this one. There you go. It's Mode 7 Glory. So hopefully this will go into demo mode. I don't fancy playing one-handed because I'm filming this on my iPhone 6 Plus, and it's, as you know, it's quite large, and I don't think I could actually play a video game with one hand using this phone to record. There you go. Again, it might be running a little bit slower on 50 Hertz. I think you might be able to tell on Mode 7 stuff. Runs absolutely fine, no glitches. Obviously the borders you see there as well. Certainly a lot of the earlier NES games, running American and Japanese games on the UK NES, you would encounter graphical glitches. Doesn't seem to be the case with Super Famicom games on the UK SNES machine. There you go. Awesome soundtrack on this game as well. I definitely recommend it. Okay, let's move on. Action, switch that off. Final Fight, groundbreaking game, one of my favourite games ever. This game actually convinced me that the Sega Mega Drive was no longer the most powerful force in the universe in 1990. When I saw this in computer video games, it was like, wow, this is phenomenal. An actual arcade machine at home. Don't worry about that. I think I haven't actually cleaned the cartridge, so it's a bit dirty, but the rest of the game runs fine. So you can see the Japanese text there, so you can obviously tell it's a Japanese game. Great intro for 1990 and a whole console. Quick bit of early 97 there as well. Just so we can give you a quick few seconds of demo mode if it runs one. Yeah, it does. Well catchy music this as well. Yeah, I just love this game in the arcade. Double Dragon perfected. Definitely worth a download on the PS3 or Xbox 360 as well for the various online stores, because it's a great game. It deserves your time for that. Or play on your SNES. It also came out on the Mega CD, Sega CD. That was an awesome version as well. Okay, let's try the next game. Right, NBA Jam, slight oddity. I think it's quite rare in its Japanese form, but here we've got an example of you know, a Western game running on a Japanese format. However, it needs the old classic blow by the looks of it. Just bear with me. Haven't cleaned this cartridge either. Here we go. Is it going to work? Yes, it is. So there you go. Japanese NBA Jam. Don't think it runs any different apart from the Western versions. However, in between games you do see a little bit of Japanese text, you know, in between quarters or whatever it is. But yeah, this one runs perfectly as well. Still plays great. Awesome game. Can't be shaking it down top of my feet to this groove-delicious tune we've got going on here. I just love this game back in the day. Never saw it in an arcade in the UK, although I heard it was really popular in America. You know, it's quite cool in the arcades, but it's the SNES and Mega Drive games that, you know, sold it to the world. What a fantastic game this is. Shame there's no in-game music though, which is quite bizarre. Plays great. Wow, this music's incredible. Why didn't they just put it in the game? He's on fire. Okay, next game. What we got? Right, Star Fox, or Star Wing as it was known in the UK. Huge, huge game. First console games to have sorry, not one of the first console games, but, you know, filled in 3D wireframe graphics, which many at the time didn't think the 16-bit consoles could do. Nintendo and I think Argonaut Software at the time collaborated for this, and it's fantastic. Again, Japanese version, UK console, running at 50 Hz. Plays great, looks great. Check that, 3D Dabidocious. And you see the Japanese text. Okay, next game. Now, AppRaiser, a game I've never really played, but it was another launch title. And still quite a fond favourite for a lot of people, really, AppRaiser. And the soundtrack by the legendary Yuzo Koshiro, so I just thought I'd pick this up. It's also worth noting, guys, that if you're thinking of doing this mod and you've got a UK machine, you can pick up a lot of the Japanese software direct from Japan, a lot cheaper than you can for the UK versions of games. Probably because there's more copies out there and things, but you know, it becomes quite cost effective. You can put it with a Japanese text, you know, for playing SNES games. It's awesome. Oh, I never really quite understood this game, but you know, I think I need the English version, but it is fantastic. Okay, let's wrap things up. Now, this is the anomaly situation. Super Fire Pro Wrestling X came out towards the end of the SNES's life cycle, about 95, 96. Let's have a look what happens when we plug this in to a UK machine that's had the lockout chip disabled. This game pack is not designed for your Super Famicom or Super NES. So what is it designed for? It's definitely designed for Super Famicom. What I think here, a lot of the later Super Famicom games, SNES games, etc., had extra lockout protection where the cartridge would check for the speed of the machine it's being plugged in. So here, obviously, it's a Japanese version. It can sense the lockout chip's disabled, but it knows it's running at 50 Hz, so you get that message, which I find quite interesting, really. I mean, that's kind of prompted me now to maybe go for the 60 Hz mod, just so I can see if they can bypass this and they can actually play the game. Right guys, hope that's been informative. Just video proof it's dead easy to run Japanese games, well, most of the early ones, on your UK Super NES. Take it easy out there and happy gaming. Hayden out, bye bye.